Hello, welcome. Welcome, you amazing people, to day 12 of this amazing 30-day NLP Simplified journey, wherein, as I said yesterday, that for the next 15 days, we will be looking at the core concepts of NLP. These are called NLP prepositions, and if you are able to bring them as a part of your belief system in your everyday life, this is going to be a life-changing experience. So let's start with the second presupposition. Let me share my screen. And today's concept is about having a choice is better than not having a choice. Now, as I said, that this is a belief system that you need to incorporate as a part of your daily life. And I request you to please take notes, because the more you take notes, the more easier it is for you to understand in your own language how you interpret all these sessions. So we need to understand that there are different realities of the world with different people. If there are 7.5 billion people in the world, there are 7.5 different realities, different worlds in everybody's mind. Now, what are these people's realities? People realities depends on the exposure that you have with the world. For example, if you are a traveler who has been to various countries, the exposure that you have would be completely different from somebody who has not traveled the world. Now, in this case, we need to understand that the way you see the world, the way you communicate is different from somebody who communicates who has not traveled. The other concept is to expand those realities. How can you expand those realities? And that can be done through personal experiences. So let's see in today's mindset, how can we do it? The idea is to expand your decision-making space. What is a decision space? Once you understand that this is the expanded reality, whenever you need to take decisions, you would have an entire bigger space to play with. Just imagine if you are sitting in a 10 by 10 room, a very small room, confined to that space, and you are asked to do something, versus you have been put in a football stadium, in the center of a football stadium, and the same thing is being asked to do. Where is your ease? How much of space do you have to play? And this is what your decision space is. Now, how do you do this? How do you expand your decision space? Is by having more choices. Because the more choices you have for yourself, or the more choices you give for others, it gets you more freer. What do you mean by getting more freer? It gives you more freedom. The freedom of taking decisions, the freedom of creating an impact. This freedom makes you more influential. Influential in a sense where your decisions are more effective in terms of how you implement those decisions. And most importantly, it breaks the mental barrier. How do you break the mental barrier? And why do you want to break the mental barriers? Whenever there are things which are difficult for you, it is not because that particular situation or the thing is difficult. It's because in our head, we have certain barriers, our limiting beliefs, which makes those things or that environment or that situation difficult. In order to improve the quality of life, you need to work on expanding your reality. And how do you do this? Is basically to understand that what you think is reality, and if there are challenges, that means you are looking at it from a box perspective. You are limiting yourselves to limited opportunities and limited prospects. You need to break this mental barrier. You need to come out of the box. You need to think You remember thinking out of the box? This is where you need to think out of the box and look at the unlimited possibilities and unlimited opportunities that exist. It is very important for us to understand this, that the more you are able to expose yourself to choices, the more easier it will be for you to take decisions. For example, the next time you have to take any decision, maybe it's a simple decision or a difficult decision, you need to think of all the options that you have for yourself, and then go ahead and look at the third alternative which does not exist. And you can do this for multiple occasions where you can create choices. Creating choices is an art. Then you need to check which of those choices work best for you. Once you have done this once, twice, thrice, you will be in a habit of creating choices first for yourself, and when you offer it for somebody else, you can offer them the choices as well. This belief is going to completely change the way you take decisions. Share your experiences and what is your preferred style or preferred way of coming up with choices in the comments below. The more you share, the more it is easier for you to learn. This was today's 5 minutes. See you tomorrow. Thank you.